What Super Benji does is we find you prospects, we then research each of them, and then reach out to them automatically on email and on LinkedIn. I'm excited to be here. The only thing that sucks more than fundraising is sales. When I used to be marketing director at Unilever, I used to have people spamming me. I absolutely hated it. When I jumped the fence and started to sell to companies like Unilever, I realized how arduous sales is. At Super Benji, we believe, and we're on a mission to change that. Our philosophy is simple. Be interested in people, and they'll be interested in you. That's quite easy to say, but it's very hard to scale. What Super Benji does is we find you prospects, we then research each of them, and then reach out to them automatically on email and on LinkedIn. We launched an MVP in January, we went live with our product in September. We're getting amazing traction from a whole bunch of different clients right now, fantastic repeat rates, and we're now looking to raise £1 million to fast-track our growth. We're on track to be $1 million ARR by Christmas, and we'd love to invite you to try out Super Benji. He's found each of you a lead, so if you scan that QR code, you can see him at work. Thanks.
Before we go into the questions, we forgot to do the cards for the other one. Can anyone take a picture who wants to get the context of the previous company?
Roland.
Okay. Wait a second. Can you raise them high?
Do you mind?
Okay. Interesting. All right. Now to the questions.
Questions? Any questions?
Any questions for Super Benji? The LinkedIn expert. We have one here.
Sorry, you were talking about traction. What are your numbers?
Yeah, so since we went live in September, we've now got 31 paying customers, and we're growing at 25% week on week. So early days.
And you're B2B, so
Sorry.
You're B2B, yes?
B2B, yeah, we charge 500 quid a month.
Okay.
Yeah, and it works very well for high value sales. So anything that requires like a relational approach to sales, it works exceptionally well for that. Yeah.
One question there.
You have Coca-Cola as a client, Morgan Stanley?
Yeah, so I'd say we made a mistake and we reached out to some big guys quite early on. They've been fantastic clients for us, but we're since focusing more on SMEs. It's just been quite hard to actually get large clients to come on board with security and everything else, but Benji's worked fantastic for Coke. He's reaching out to 50 times more people than what they were previously able to engage. The guys at Morgan Stanley working in wealth management, they've had to call us twice and said, please reduce the number of messages that Benji is sending out because we're getting too many phone calls coming in. So it's worked really well for them. It's working exceptionally well for our SMEs. We're doubling down on SMEs, and that's why we're now building a client portal.
There's a question
Another question there.
This is just a naughty question, but what platforms does he actually use? What channels does he use to actually do the lead generation?
Yeah, so at the moment it's email and LinkedIn based, but we can also use a robot to write handwritten notes, and we've also got a partner that can do cold call follow-up as well to convert leads into meetings. So we're trying to expand into like the whole lead gen, portfolio of services like that.
We have a question up here, guys.
You go first.
Yes. Mike, you can start or...
Okay, I'll ask, how much have you raised today and what's your pre-money valuation, please?
It's been bootstrapped so far. We've got a team of 9 people working on the business, which I funded through my consultancy. I'm full-time on it. We're raising £1 million and we're looking to raise a 110 million valuation.
What's the difference between Super Benji and all the hundreds of other AI prospecting tools out there? It's a very competitive space.
Yeah.
There's 1 million AI spam bots creating outbound campaigns for loads of people to do lead generation.
Yeah.
So how is this one different?
Yeah, it's a very competitive space, so there's lots going on. What I would say is every time we reach out to clients, they've never heard of any of our competitors. So although there seems to be a lot of people running onto the pitch is like quite empty in terms of no one's really using those tools. Our USP is 3 things. One is we're very clear that we have the world's most personalized outreach. So the content that we're collecting is far more detailed than any of our competitors. 2, we're simple to get set up. We can get you live in 90 minutes. And then 3, we are multimodal. So email, LinkedIn, plus looking at these other channels like handwritten notes and phone calls as well. Most other people are just on LinkedIn or maybe on email.
How do you acquire customers yourself?
So we use Benji. It's no surprise that we would use our own tool. The great advantage of that is cost of acquisition is almost zero. So we can really invest behind creating a great product for our clients.